interesting because Matumbaman definitely does like playing that Monkey King. He's a very strong player on the hero.
I'm sorry I interrupted you earlier, but you mentioned the lone druid ban. You kind of pointed it out and chuckled a little bit. What
No one
was the
plays
reasoning
that.
behind
It's
that?
literally liquid and secret that you have to ban lone druid against.
Yeah.
It's
who on secret is the lone druid master?
I would say still Matu, right?
For
like
sure.
it's possibility. There's a possibility that Nisha plays it, but it's a Matu hero, historically at least.
Yeah. And for Monkey King specifically, the fear from Savage Roar taking you out of Wukong's command can be a bit irritating.
Yeah. And in this game, they already have some pretty sick combinations on Team Secret. You can kick that monkey, well, not necessarily out of the Wukong's command, but out of Dream Coil, which can come in handy. So you have this 1-2 setup with your mid laner, most likely, and position 4, so they can be active throughout the game.
I wonder if that would encourage a Terror Blade pickup from Secret, because we've been seeing Terror Wave as like one of the core pickups for Terror Blades these days. That Fear is another great combo with the Dream Coil.
That matchup on its own isn't...
it's not like, great for TB.
You can't say that one or the other has like some great advantage. Like Monkey King later on, level 30 with plus billion armor in the Wukong's command definitely takes over, but Terror Blade definitely hits... when he hits his power spikes can be very difficult for Monkey. Psg.Lgd with the Xingqiu Mirana.
Would you consider that one of Xingqiu's best heroes?
One of the heroes that he has played quite a bit. For me, what's very peculiar is that they didn't touch the Tusk. And Xingqiu, for me...
It's too obvious.
Yeah, for me, he is the Tusk player at the moment.
Secret already are wise to it. They gotta mix things up.
Yeah, I can definitely see this draft working out now for Secret. Veno a bit scary, but the Monkey King lane?
Yeah, but every single time the Veno is a response, it's always the last pick of the draft.
Right.
And now it's being shown in second phase. Pretty sure that it has to be Zai. I don't even know what a 4-position Veno really does, and then that would throw Earth Spirit and Wax.
Usually nothing.
Yeah,
just feeds.
It has to be a Zai Veno, because you're picking it specifically to deal with the Monkey King. All these damage over time spells make it very difficult for Monkey King to jump around and get out of fights.
I've even seen some 4 Venos recently go to the triangle like minute 8, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll come. Very soon. I'm gonna join the game."
Let me just soak up like 3 levels in the lane and get my Plague Wards level 2, and I'll help you.
But the hero is really decent versus the ET and the Monkey on the safe lane. It's one of the best answers to the Monkey King. However, Team Secret, they had a little bit of a circus game versus Thunder Predator. Maybe Psg.Lgd can hit them with their own medicine and switch things up, put Monkey somewhere else.
Yeah, if Secret ended up not sending this puck mid, and they have like a melee mid, I could totally see Monkey King going mid.
Nothing to say. Void Spirit expected it even in the first stage, but picked a little bit later on versus the puck on that mid lane. We've seen, actually, was it this morning? Yeah, Abed won puck versus Void Spirit, right? Like in the laning stage even.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is okay, and then Alchemist pick up.
Alchemist. So what are Team Secret and Psg.Lgd's lanes looking like right now?
LGD is looking for an offlaner. I would love to see Underlord. I think Underlord would be sick for LGD. Anything that's a pipe builder, I'm seeing to be a lot of success against Venomancer. And what do you think for Secret?
For Secret, it's a position 5, most likely. Puck can be flexed. Like you could put Puppy on Puck, but I really think this should be mid lane Puck, off lane Venomancer plus Third Spirit, position 4 Yapzor, Matu the Alchemist, and you finish off with a Puppy hero. Now, Timbersaw is banned out by Team Secret. That's really good because they have this Alchemist on safe lane.
I mean, couldn't they do like an aggressive try and send the Monkey King against the Alchemist lane, and then just do like...
It's doable, but you just send one hero back bottom and Monkey King isn't going to have a good time. But look at that, the Queen of Pain ban.
ET in a tri-lane though? I would be scared of LGD if they decide to tri-lane against this Alchemist.
Yeah, like they could pull it off. Mirana, ET, Monkey could work.
That's why I think Secret's banning out these like very self-sufficient offlaners. The Tidehunter. I still think Underlord would be really good for LGD. What else is Faith Beyond?
They would have some catch with it as well, with some roots. But Fate Beyond heroes throughout the DPC in the Chinese region have been either the Mars Timber and then sometimes Tide, definitely, but these ranged ones. which most likely won't be picked because he has Mirana on a 4, but your Nature's Prophet Vipers,
Yeah, Nature's Prophet, that would be pretty good.
Beastmaster as well would have been great. You want these early aggression heroes. You don't really have a lot of objective taking capabilities on Psg.Lgd, and you're playing versus an Alchemist. It's a recipe for failure, so you do need something that's going to press the tempo a little bit.
Could do Bristleback for Faith Beyond.
Yeah. The Venomancer is an Ender Spirit natural vessel builders, but overall Bristle could work.
So what Psg.Lgd is looking for right now is a hero or a composition that will take those early fights and put pressure on Team Secret so that Alchemist can't farm up as the carry, right?
Yeah, normally a lot of times in this situation for an offlaner, I'm like, oh, I want initiating, but LGD don't really need to force team fights. They can, if they take someone who can frontline and stand in front of towers, then they can just outpace Secret. Before the Alchemist comes online, they just push all these towers.
Pango isn't banned out as well, right? So
yeah,
that's an you would be picking it into a puck, which eventually becomes problematic.
With Queen of Pain and OD banned from Psg.Lgd's side, what does that mean for it?
The last 3 bans, they think that puck is a support actually.
So they're looking to ban out a Nisha hero, and Secret Oblige, Invoker is still available.
We have seen Nisha play Zeus, Tiny, Invoker.
Ember maybe again if they go. No, it's a 5. We were right. They go with
So
LGD, you fools! Let me captain for you.
It's easier for us as well. We don't have the pressure. We're just observing.
We are very far removed from the situation.
Completely removed, looking at both drafts and whatnot. So Oracle makes a lot of sense here. Surprised it didn't get banned a little bit earlier. Gives you that security with the Alchemist. He'll always be able to use his spells.
Who is Psg.Lgd's best hero to pick as their last
Now
pick?
I do want someone who can kind of initiate. I want someone who can jump on the Oracle, but to get that from the offlane is kind of difficult.
You have it a little bit in the Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And they go with
now
the Pango.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, Fate Beyond Pango and is definitely up there. He's a very skilled player, obviously, but it's not like your old 11 style in which you have to first to ban it.
The next god.
It's still very good, and it still fits their draft quite well. Once again, I really like what Psg.Lgd has brought to this game.
Yo, Nisha with the supervillain smirk. I like it. They've fallen right into my trap. They picked the Pango into my puck.
So with the draft set and this being potentially Team Secret last game in the upper bracket, who do you think will take this series? Well, this game, sorry.
Should I let production decide for me again, or should I say
There we go.
There we go. Nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
Yep.
Although you didn't predict him, and I'm going to predict him. I'm predicting nothing to say. I'm predicting LGD again. I think it's going to be a 2-0.
2-0. Psg.Lgd from the wild card. I will predict Team Secret. I like their draft a lot better. I like Oracle, Puck, pick a top tier.
Pick a top tier.
Let's see what OD Pixel and Lacoste have to say. Gentlemen?
I'm looking at Team Secret draft. I like more what they have in game number 2, because they have a way of breaking the coil. They have the team fight. Alchemist should have an okay time against Mirana and Pango, especially with the Oracle behind him. Much better draft for sure. A bit worried for the Pangler, he's playing into only one counter. That's pretty much puck, but I'd say this is 55-45 for Team Secret.
Oh, I'd sort of lean further the way of Psg.Lgd on this one.
You.
That's what I'm talking about.
That final pick Pango is incredibly strong, and Secret, they're sort of classic puppy style. He's let that Monkey King get through for a second game after it had an incredible showing in game 1. I don't think Arme's going to have too much more trouble here. I think Arme's going to have just as good of a time.
There's so much momentum swinging in Psg.Lgd's favor. It's up to Team Secret to make sure that doesn't happen and prevent a 2-0. Let's go into the game. Team Secret versus Psg.Lgd game 2.
Looking forward to this one to see if Secret can step it up and shake Psg.Lgd off sort of the tracks that they've set themselves after that game 1, because after that first game, it really did seem that Psg.Lgd, they just got Secret in a position where Secret just could never really make any sort of move. It was too late by the time they started
Team Secret. They had no real team fight to contest what Psg.Lgd had. This time around, you know, this Alchemist could easily pop off. They have Earth Spirit, who is much more active early on than Mirana is.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can sort of play a little more aggressive, you know, stop Arme from getting what was a fantastic Battle Fury Ag's timing that he managed to pick up in game 1.
If someone can stop Monkey King from popping off, that's Venomancer. Like, as a Monkey King, you don't have any way of dispelling things in terms of like your position 4 and 5. They don't provide you with any, like even after your BKB is down, you're just always going to be afraid of that Venomancer. So this time around, probably expecting the same item build coming up from the Arme's Monkey King. Might even be forced to get a second item, a BKB, to be able to fight. Like, considering how this game is developing, it's definitely going to be a Battle Fury into either Ags or a BKB. They have a ton of magical damage. If he needs to fight with the team, might be forced to get a BKB as a second item.
And as for Matumberman, how do you sort of see his road of farming this game? You know, is there much that he's going to have to be concerned with when it comes to what Psg.Lgd can do to try and shut down the Alk early on?
They have a good, one thing that Psg.Lgd's got is heroes that can go into the jungle and pressure Alchemists. You're always going to be afraid of this Mirana rotation, Void Spirit, one of the most maneuverable heroes in the game, ET scouting things out, like even Pangolier. Like, these are one of the best ones to just go inside the jungle and try to contest Alchemist farm.
I'll see how things go in the mid lane this game. As last time round, Nisha had a very tough time on the Ember Spirit. Did alright in the lane, of course, but when it comes to actually being able to make aggressive plays, wasn't able to achieve too much at all. This time round, on the puck, arguably a much better hero in the meta. We can definitely expect Nisha to have a much better potential for making those mid-move works.
Yeah, I feel like I've said this so many times throughout this tournament. Void Spirit always pretty much has an upper hand until puck gets level 6. Then you can see the rotations, especially with the Earth Spirit, something that Team Liquid really loves to do. Have anything that can break the coil. So this time around there is a kick. So you can expect Earth Spirit coming in on the mid lane once puck hits level 6. Top lane, Y taking a lot of damage already.
Just trying to draw attention away from Arme. Arme does have the wave in a pretty good position. We'll see if any side pulls are being able to be put in place to try and disrupt that. Once again, Y. This is of course rather tanky as the ET, so Zai and Yapsol never quite able to really threaten his life, but just trading with him back and forth. As long as he can keep their focus there, it does mean that Zai and Yapsol won't be able to step back to try and manipulate the wave control.
They want to pull the lane back so that they have a longer lane to work with. A lot of kill potential coming out from the Earth Spirit when he hits level 2. Y needs to be careful. He's just contesting the pull. Yapsol wants to pull the lane back. Drags the creep wave to the side.
And with that good bit of bonus damage from the Spirit early on. Can afford to step up and get some good solid punches into Zai. Down on the bottom lane, how's the farm looking from the Timberman? No struggles so far. Faith behind getting aggressive onto Puppey. How's that Orb of Venom? Soon to have the gold for the full Corrosion on the way out.
A lot of kill potential once you get that Orb of Corrosion, the minus armor plus the lucky shot, the slows. You get caught outside of the position. The good thing they have is Fortune's End to dispel those kind of things, but still need to be very careful. You misuse it top lane, why? Like, he's not going to have a good time. In this lane, Elder Titan is not that kind of a bully that can just zone people out, trade well. You're playing against the Venomancer, you're playing against the Earth Spirit. They could easily threaten to kill you. Like, one stun into Gale, you're pretty much done.
Even Arme himself, of course, now Zai's hit the 3-2 points in the Gale. Arme taking a lot of damage in this trade. Might be able to threaten his life with Yapsol swinging round. Arme getting low. Y is able to block off the roll from Yapsol. That will keep Arme safe enough to get back underneath the tower.
They're running low on Regen.
Yeah.
There is Gale available, plus a roll in 4 seconds.
This
should be the first blood.
Arme, He could be in
They
trouble
might get
here.
both of them,
I
actually.
mean, Zai's taking hits from the tower, though. We'll see who's going to be first to go down. Why? He'll be the first to fall, but Zai does still go down. So Arme able to get a nice dose of XP from that. And if anything, with the ET dead, does mean that Y is going to be able to bring some regeneration back to the lane.
That's what's important, you know. Buy a healing salve for Ame. He's also very low on mana, needs to bring something with the courier, or he's gonna drop. Yeah, he's just gonna drop things. It's a full power treads on Ame.
That's all in all, that dive not really working out for Secret. I guess the benefits there from the first blood, but obviously losing the offlaner and Arme being able to live, especially for the XP of that kill, and getting that lane reset because of Y dying, Arme himself's going to be very happy with that.
It's a good trade for Psg.Lgd, for sure. Like, no doubt about it, he's going straight into that Battle Fury. Just feels so good to have, and every single time it's pretty much the same item, skill build, sorry. Maxing out the Tree Dance, picks up the Void Stone to have some extra mana reach. Maybe this time around, if he wants to stay in the lane a bit longer, might be need to force to get a Ring of Health instead. Nisha needs 1 CS for level 6, wanted to get both bounties, couldn't get it. Nisha having an upper hand. Like, Earth Spirit can try to come to the mid lane because they will have a coil ready, and there's also Puck is a bit low on mana, has a clarity running.
Got some really nice targets to go on with the coil on pretty much all of the lanes. She's going to have quite the options to choose from when it comes to trying to make that first move. That's bottom lane. Matu continuing to not have too much trouble at all against Faith Beyond. Continued free farm for him down on the safe lane out.
Zhenkyu took a lot of XP from Fate Beyond. Like, Fate Beyond will just hit level 5, while Morana's also level 4. Like, usually you want to give a bit more experience to your offlaner so that he gets that level 6, especially if it's like something like a really big ulti. Bango, they're making a move. I don't think they can kill him, but yeah, he has way too much stuff. Bottle, magic 1 charges, and a healing salve.
See, looking for the setup onto Nisha, but the Remnant, got nothing to say, not quite able to catch him. Nisha will be fine despite 3 members of Psg.Lgd coming in on this. So we see top again, Yapsor and Zai, they keep trying to look for some sort of way to get onto Arme, but Arme's been playing it very, very smart. Just keeping himself right on the edge of the range that Zai would need to be able to get that setup onto him with the Gale.
First catapult, they will deal a lot of damage. Arrow does not connect.
Oh, and we're going to see the jump here. Has nothing to say. He gets him Remnant down, and no chance for Nisha to jump over to the orb.
Nisha tips him. Tip back. I wish they allow casters to tip.
That would get pretty toxic there.
No, but only for the good plays. Like, we can't do BM tips.
Only if we could be able to tip the viewers as well, Maybe if the viewers could tip, but actually that's a terrible idea. No.
I hope no one from Valve is listening.
We do not need that sort of integration.
Coil on Pango. Yeah, this looks like he might drop. Does not have a raindrop. Oh! Root can't get out.
These moves from Nisha are going to be very deadly. Not too many answers at all, of course, to the Dream Coil early on. Nisha trapped, very likely to go down unless Psg.Lgd reacts with mass TPs. And Yapsol picking some levels up in the mid whilst that happens. But definitely, the Warrior's going to be there now for Secret. Arme, he's at that point of the game, like game 1, where you're going to see him farm in very safe defensive positions. The question is, are Secret going to be able to get together, make some sort of move that will allow them to infiltrate Psg.Lgd's half of the map and slow Arme down?
They need to secure Matumba Man's farm. He's forced out of the lane. Can't really lane there. There's just too much pressure. There's no coil, so Fate Beyond could potentially threaten a kill on him. Puck has a coil ready in 15, so I expect a move with an Earth Spirit, try to get a kill on higher priority targets, either Ame or nothing to say. Ame just hiding in the trees, knows what the Monkey can do. I don't know what he's vulnerable against, so probably gonna be nothing to say.
Of course, a lovely little item pickup for Arme. That's going to keep him very safe in the jungle. Possessed Mask. Always a favourite of the carries. Top lane, nothing to say. Makes the move. Setup's there. In with the step and the Remnant. No chance for Zai to get anything out as Psg.Lgd catch him off guard with the move.
Nicely done. I see Void Spirit going for the Aghanim Scepter straight away. Might backfire. Like it could be good. It depends, you know. If you get caught by a puck multiple times, there are 2 silences. There's a root mechanic, so you need to be very careful about that. But also, like, if you can farm the Aghanim Scepter, you're the one who's initiating. You get a jump on puck. You get a jump on Oracle. It could pay off.
Zai just going to head back onto the map around mid. Everything is available if Nisha finds the setup, but Psg.Lgd, they're playing split up, bottom lane. Faith Beyond, 1300 towards the Blink Dagger. I see the commitment of the coil onto White, as Nisha will just settle for an easy support kill. Same time up top, nothing to say, getting jumped. He's got the 2 steps to make it out, still with the Dissimulate at the ready. He should not quite be able to chase it further, unless Nisha can get him with the silence. It's a little too close for the towers. Nisha will just have a look towards Jinkyu instead. Jinkyu able to keep himself topped up though, as the urn is popped.
Yeah, he's fine. Had a Fairy Fire as well on top of that. So, Moonlight Shadow ready in 60 seconds. We have not seen anything from Fate Beyond yet. He's not involved in any of the kills. Monkey King, his Battle Fury will come a bit later than Alchemist, because, you know, he has that extra gold coming in. Actually 10:45. That's the timing for the Battle Fury on top of Phase Boots and the Soul Ring.
That's the solid stuff from Matu. This is the sort of start that you hope for. They were able to get him that lane setup where he wasn't slowed down at all by the duo lane of Psg.Lgd. Secret pressure will finally take down the tower top. Now starting to lose the tier 1 on the bottom. Sort of falling into the same flow that we were early on in the first game of this series, where Matu and Arme farming to their heart's content. This time round, though, as you say, being the Alchemist, Matu will have that lead against Arme. We'll be able to get those items on a little faster.
Yeah, they will be ready a bit earlier than Psg.Lgd, even though they have a Blink Dagger on a Pango leader, so I feel they should try to take one fight. The only thing you need to care about is Dream Coil pretty much as a Pango, but with the Blink Dagger you can stay further away and be the one who's initiating first. Moonlight Shadow. They saw that. Ame was showing on the top lane.
I think if anything, Psg.Lgd, they did have the ward on the high ground mid. They saw Secret together as 3, maybe just using that to stop Secret from, well, dissuade them from actually making a move as they did begin to group up. Still Secret, they're trying to get into the jungle, see if they can find Arme. Arme's got a lot of backup by his side. Zai scanning things out. Faith Beyond, he's going to look to lead in on this with the Rolling Thunder. Straight over towards the 2 of them. Finds the connection onto both. Zai and Puppey caught out by the stuns. The sleep follow-up onto Puppey as well. They'll drop the splitter. Yapsaw rolling straight in. Psg.Lgd begin to back off. They don't get the initiation they wanted. Jinkyu will get caught behind by Nisha. Coil down, sets up for the kill onto the Mirana.
Fate Beyond thought everyone was there, you know, needs to be able to react fast. Playing into puck, understandable why he did that. They had no vision on the high ground whatsoever, but they were ready to protect the monkey.
Yeah, and it's working for Arme. Battle Fury done, and of course doesn't want to be shaken off the route of his favoured build-up. Will still be going for that Aghanim's next after the Battle Fury.
Psg.Lgd, they're still respecting the fight coming out from Team Secret. They're swapping things around in terms of like item build. Venomancer not going for Spirit Vessel, even though he gets more farm than the Earth Spirit, but Veil plus anything from the Venomancer on top of Earth Spirit is just going to be a ton of damage, so Earth Spirit, like, you need to have the Spirit Vessel. Overtime damage is just going to be great against the monkey to reduce the healing. A lot of value coming up from this item for sure.
Just going to be a bit of a question if Secret can bring some action to Arme before he has the Ags and the BKB, right? That's the time, you know. Arme with the Ags on the way that he's working on, he's going to have no interest in turning up to team fights until he's got these next 2 items done.
Exactly. Like, maybe if they use a couple of their abilities, the kick will not break the coil, but they'll still get the kill.
Really got to push as much as they can here, Secret. Whilst they're in this stage of the game where Monkey King does not want to be involved. Tier 1 taken down in the mid lane. Matu is going to be getting himself the BKB straight up after the Battle Fury and the Sange. So
they have no abilities that go through magic immunity, so he's going to be the king of the game when he gets that BKB. He also has the Oracle sitting behind him to be able to protect him. Pango just not having a good time.
Yeah,
0-1-0.
He's playing the full-on farm game, Faith Beyond. I mean, honestly, there's definitely going to be a bit of Psg.Lgd. I feel that, you know, they're saying to themselves, well, if we don't need to fight, we don't need to fight. You know, the Arme's farming,
wow.
We're happy. You know? There's the big brain stuff that's going on here.
Okay, I can get behind that. Puppy. They don't still have the setup. I guess they're just waiting for Aghanim Scepter on Monkey and most importantly Void Spirit. They're getting very close.
I think they do just feel that the pressure, it's on Secret to make moves before these items are out in Arme.
Oh, what a patch, man. Matumba Man, casual Sange, casual Hyperstone. Does not want to finish any of that going into BKB.
Yeah, the casual Hyperstone, definitely a bit of a different one. We're not seeing the Alks really doing that one. But hey, you know, obviously speeds up the farming. Clear up those creep camps a lot quicker with extra attack speed. The Cleave's benefiting from. Smoke up for Nisha and the rest of Secret as they hunt around the mid lane. Again, Psg.Lgd doing a good job of keeping the distance and never letting Arme getting caught out on the front. Always at least 1 or 2 heroes between Secret and the Monkey King. It's up top, Faith Beyond. He will get Connor Pop. Nisha leads in with the coil. This 4-man sort of killing squad of Secret are finding these pickoffs.
Just a farming game. Everyone does not feel safe to still take a fight. Team Secret feels comfortable taking this a bit more to the late game, I would say. You know, having the Alchemist, not like super necessarily late game, but they will hit their peak timing with the Alchemist being 5-6 slotted and then transition that into like towers. They could also potentially get the Roche easily if they take one good fight. The minus armor coming up from the acid spray should be enough to bring it down.
Yeah, they'll almost certainly look to go for the tier 2 top. Aghanim's on Nothing to Say now done. The team fight, potentially Psg.Lgd has stepped up. Faith Beyond, he's ready to roll in if anyone does continue to show their faces, but Secret are backing up to the high ground.
Again, they're using Moonlight Shadow. This is the second time where Team Secret can't see them underneath the tower. Monkey, Axe done. Has a TP ready. If he needs to connect with the rest of the team, also has a level 15 talent, the 3 dance cast range.
Here we go, they're ready to roll. Faith Beyond. Straight with the blink in, sets him onto Zai.
Good silence.
Coming down the middle, and it's not going to connect onto any of them though. Zai still alive for now. Wukong's command down. Puppy having a false promise himself to stay alive. Nisha gets it onto Faith Beyond and Wai with the silence. Takes down Faith Beyond. Over to the side, Matsuma Man cooking up the concoction, throws it in onto Nothing to Say. The Wukong's command still down. Zaro. It's not going to connect here, Nothing to Say. Still being focused by Matu and Nisha. Nisha's in with a burst. They take down a second. Now moving over towards Xingqiu. Xingqiu underneath the tower. It doesn't matter. The Secret run him down. Concoction over towards Y. Secret, they're going to be able to find 4 by the looks of it as Y. He'll tick down to the urn and the acid spray. Secret find the fight. The Psg.Lgd, they do choose to bring to them. Arme trying to get involved. It doesn't matter. Secret proving to have the better power at this moment.
they were not able to take down Oracle straight away. Puppey managed to get the false promise in that team fight. I felt like they had enough to do it. They just thought someone else is going to clean up.
Yeah, we pretty much see that. I think that Arme goes for the balance strike onto Matuma Man. Doesn't quite catch Puppey, so Puppey able to get that false promise off and survive and provide that extra bit of potential for the team to turn.
And yeah, once they start to slow you down, Zai was saving that ulti, didn't even need to pop it in the end. It was pretty much just on Mirana, I believe. And yeah, they cleaned them up. The overtime damage with the Veil of Discord, the chase potential coming up from the Earth Spirit is just too high. Alchemist had a 10-second BKB in that fight, didn't even pop it. Dire using a scan, they think Team Secret is inside the pit.
And interesting decisions to be made from Arme, as he's not queuing up the BKB next.
He had it queued up.
He did have it queued up, but then he was like, all right, team, if you're gonna die like that, I'm going for the aggression. We need more damage. We'll see if he does start to pick up bits of the Daedalus. It's what he's got queued up at the moment. He loves to get away with this build. Secret into the pit. Roshan likely to be there. It's very hard for Psg.Lgd to make any sort of steal happen. Faith Bian and Nothing to Say would be the ones to jump in. I'd say the Secret a little hesitant on committing fully for the Roshan.
Yeah, it seems like they're bailing.
Yeah, they're going to look towards some kills as Jinkyu been found up top. Force break the call. The coil will turn him down as over towards the mid. Zai. A poison onto Y. Y's going to have to take a long walk back to base here. He may even just tick out, and he does. It's too much with the Gale still on him.
Now they can go inside a bit and finish off the Roche. Acid Spray still not there, but with the AC, there's some minus armor.
Yeah, they'll be able to do this reliably. Secret. No opportunities for Psg.Lgd to interrupt this whatsoever. Secret off the back of that last fight and picking up this Aegis. They are now hitting those timings that they're going to want to do their best to abuse, whilst Psg.Lgd isn't quite ready for Arme to turn up to the fights.
Matumbaman just feels a bit too strong right now to fight into. With the AC, with the 10-second BKB, it's really hard to bring him down. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity, and he doesn't even need to pop a BKB early on. Has Aegis, has False Promise coming out from the Oracle. Puppey with the Philosopher's Stone, that's gonna allow him to get an item. Oracle, if you don't get involved in the early kills, the hero doesn't really flash farm. You need to be fighting, getting the last hits because of those nuke damage that you got. Amen. Crystallis for now.
See if you can get away with finishing off the full Daedalus before feeling the pressure to pick up the BKB. And in this sort of game, do you like the decision from him to hold off on the BKB purchase after, especially the way that last fight went, where they weren't able to get the kills? Or is it risky?
It's super risky. They take one fight against the Alchemist, you just have so much damage on the towers. It could be tricky, but if he can get away with that, Nothing to Say.
The river. He's going to try and turn and tries to play aggressive into Yapso. Not going to have quite enough damage. He's now going to be able to get out of it. Yapso actually lands the silence, and that'll be enough to set up for Puppey to nuke him out. They get the kill. Jinkyu also ticking down to the poison. He's going to get taken out as well. Zai finding another. 2 dead on Psg.Lgd. Secret, they can continue to come in with this push down the mid lane.
Also, one big issue that they have with the team fight this time around, they don't have abilities to just keep them inside Wukong's command. Because Pangolier, he's having a rough one. He's not been involved in a single kill, 0-4 and 0 so far. Didn't go for Maelstrom, so you're not going to be able to scale. He's probably dead once again.
They've got the stun. I mean, Lacoste, I think you're looking to the future, because now he's 0-4 and 0, 0-3 and 0 before. You're calling KDA before it even happened. So,
it showed on my screen, yeah, I swear.
Don't let the public know about your time-traveling capabilities.
Vats caster. This is going to be, seems like, 3 set of barracks. I don't think they can contest this. Still, Aegis up and running for 2.5 minutes.
They just can't get in on this. Arme, it's too risky. Arme's just going to get dream code. Nisha, he's just going to be able to take the jump, start the fight underneath the tier 4s. As they've got the follow concoction, Manti's just moving in. Arme is in so much trouble. There's no way they can help him as Arme's dead.
That's it.
And they call it.
Yeah,
It's over. They actually just call it. They see no way of getting themselves back into this game. As Secret, they'll take this game too.
Yeah, they're like, wow,
Well,
they called GG.
Yeah.